So here we are in video 2. I'm coming down Walnut Street in the neighborhood. I just came off of Broad Street, headed east. There's IHOP. Sure, they partied a lot here. The neighborhood is, you know, filled up with bars and stuff. So it's still that kind of place. Next weekend is Pride weekend, so June 1st will be like a Pride parade, I believe. I think it's on Sunday. June is Pride month. And since it's the first weekend, I guess, of June, you know, I guess that's when Philly celebrates Pride. I don't know if every year it's different or... So... Anyway, we'll head on this way east. So it didn't rain last night or anything. This is all power washing and trying to clean Walnut Street here. I'm getting ready to cross over 12. Gotta be careful, there's a little puddle here. So that's where Woody's is. Yesterday when I checked in, Teddy was not in his usual spot, so we'll do the check-in again. Medley Pharmacy, reminds me of Medley Street here, and also the last name of someone I went to school with. Teddy's not here again today. I don't know if he's in a different spot or what, but anyway, someone thought maybe it stood for Teddy Roosevelt. FDR, which is Franklin Delano Roosevelt, is a cousin once removed, a couple generations off or what have you, from Teddy Roosevelt. But there were 2 Roosevelts in the presidency. FDR, I believe, is the one who was in the wheelchair. And Teddy was older. I think Teddy was number 26 and FDR was 32 in the presidential lineup. I looked it up quickly. Hopefully I didn't get it reversed. I'm pretty sure Teddy was first and then FDR. So I looked it up really quick. Thank God for Google AI. And Wikipedia. In the past, I would rely on Wiki for a lot of good information. In general, on basic things, they have fairly good information, I'm certain. Yeah, of course, there are people who can edit that material very quickly. So if you're the owner of a Wikipedia page or the manager of one, you have to be a notable person in the public eye or in history to have a Wiki page. Many years ago when Wiki was new, people could create one. Or I knew someone who had one and she wasn't notable, so I was like, how did she do that? But it's no longer existing. Little Duck Films or what have you. Anyway, from this area, but anyway, you have to be a notable person in order to have a Wiki page, but they have managers or themselves, and they can go in and edit something very quickly. They could do it for a couple reasons. Either to put out misinformation in a good way or misinformation in a bad way, or some people will say they do it for intel. So they will purposely have all kinds of information on their page that sends a beacon or a message to people about something that they knew was going on, but what they didn't want to say out loud. Whether it's about society, history, you know, whatever's going on. And say you're an actor and it's in the acting community, and so forth and so on. I noticed it yesterday, and anyways, I usually go up the other side of the street, but I wanted to see the fence. Also, this reminds me, I have a niece who posted something that opened my eyes a little bit wider in terms of the available pharmaceutical medications for various, like for depression or similar. I know SSRIs is in the list, and I know there's serotonin uptake inhibitors or something like that. We need serotonin to stay happy. Hi, sweet thing. You know, an SNR. I don't know that one. I have to look it up. So I didn't realize there's like over 100 different forms. You know, I'm used to Prozac, Xanax, whatever. And this, we are talking, I didn't realize that many different forms existed. I've known people, and it's like they had to tweak their medication because they know they'll feel one way on one form and another way on another. 320, that is the number on this New Jersey sharing network. 320 is an area code in Minneapolis. Also, it was Derek Chauvin's car number. So, area codes and car numbers, especially in the emergency, hi sweet, could be an issue. So 320 Minneapolis. Hey, should we feed the birds here? I actually have bird seed. Young Widows, Keep Flying, Red Leather, Tone Bandits, Jillian Dawn and Dylan Rockoff with Mia Gavina, but with Mia Gavina. But the list was like, are you kidding? I didn't realize that many were available. And so it begs the question, you know, how many people in the world of pharma or the medical industry are like, what's wrong with the world if this many people need to cope through medication? And this has been a question that many people have been asking for many years. So, good question. For some weird reason, I can't, I don't have health care, so I can't afford, even if I were to try it. For some reason, I'm averse to taking anything. It's some weird thing that stems back to my grandfather on my mom's side. And it just became a saying, like, he never wanted to take anything. He barely could take Tylenol. It just became part of our narrative, I guess. But, there's been a lot of pain. It's hard to tell.